Yeah, hi there. Today's review is going to be, I'm going to do a review on these two bags here, but I'm going to include my Manfrotto bag over there as well as a comparison. So this is all to do with my current massive dilemma about going to Norway and what carry-on luggage to take my precious camera equipment with. But it seems to me, I was looking at these two Lowepro bags, they got my attention, but they seem to bring different things to the party, and I've got to decide which I want and which to return to Amazon. So I'll go through their attributes, and you can learn and glean yourself some of the features they have which might suit you, but this is the thought processes I'm going through. I'm also going to be dedicating this review to three lovely ladies who I know love watching my reviews, and that's Leanne, Gail, and I've forgotten the other person. Oh, hang on, I wrote it down. Be back 2 secs. Lauren, how could I forget? Lovely Lauren, and of course my brother's wife, who Heather, who sits and they love watching my reviews. So this is dedicated to them. Okay, right. So three bags. We have the Lowepro FLIPSIDE 400 all weather. This is actually the older model that Amazon is selling for some reason. And its main features is that it has a rear entry camera compartment, which allegedly helps stopping people from nicking your stuff. And then there is the Fastpack Lowepro 250. Now I think what I would suggest to Lowepro is a little bit, I would have the name of the products a little bit better. I would imagine actually stating how many litres total capacity the bags are, the volume, would be incredibly useful. So I actually thought the 400 and 250 might be some indication of that. So that's why I bought the 400 from Amazon, thinking it was a bigger bag, and when it arrived I suddenly realised it was actually a smaller bag than the Fastpack. Now the Fastpack I like. It's got lots of pockets, which we'll go through in a minute, and compartments, and also when you're actually out filming, it's very quick and easy access to your camera, which seems to be something that that's sort of a style that suits my type of photography. That usually I'm out and about and suddenly, oh, I want to take a picture of that. Whilst this one is harder to get into, which is the purpose, to stop people doing stuff. But also when you open up the flap, the rear flap, it doesn't actually stay open. It's actually a bit of a pain in the butt, the way it's designed, in my opinion. But this one takes the rear entry one, the FLIPSIDE, takes a lot of lenses and has a sort of huge single carrying area for your camera equipment, so that's good if you do have a lot of lenses. Now another main feature that is affecting my decision which to buy is the comfort of the bag. I mean, I have some bad problems. I'm an osteopath, actually, a qualified osteopath, in almost 30 years, so I'm going to be judging these also on how comfortable they are to carry, so you'll get a nice expert opinion on that as well. That is why I'm getting rid of the, not using the Manfrotto. That'll be a backup bag. I've had that about a year. It's a good bag, big capacity, both in the camera section and in the top section, which is handy to put your stuff, your coat into, etc., etc., lens, filters and chargers and whatever. So that's great carry-on bag. And it's also got where you can see the end flap is open. That's where you can get quick access to your camera, so that's suited, and it's got enough space in there for your camera with a lens on it and another 4 lenses easily. Whilst the Fastpack is so you can have a DSLR with a large zoom lens and 2 lenses and a few other smaller compartments for batteries and things like that within the main camera section, and this one has you can have a DSLR with a large lens on it, and I don't know, about 6 other lenses in it. So we'll come to that shortly. Okay, that's better lighting there. Right, we're going to go and have a look at the FLIPSIDE in more detail. The carry-on side is one of the main things I'm looking for, as well as comfort. So this bag, according to the label, one of these labels is actually wrong. So this says the external dimensions are 27 by 15 by 42. I think it's the Fastpack has the wrong dimensions on it. 1.6 kilograms unloaded, and the Fastpack is 1.8. Okay, so a couple 200 grams heavier, the Fastpack. Okay, so first of all, pockets. Front pocket, there's a large front pocket, and this, as I said, is the older model that Amazon is selling, and it has a little mesh bit, an area for your phone, and a slidey bit. This isn't big enough for an iPad, unfortunately. A couple of pen things, and a sort of large front section there, so that you can stuff your passport. If you're traveling, flying, you can stuff your passport and phone and phone charger and stuff in there. On the sides there's a water bottle area, or you can put your tripod, strap it in there and put it inside that. And similarly on the other side again is a water bottle area, or you stick the feet of your tripod and strap it in there. There is also a pocket that comes out the base here, which you can stuff your tripod legs into, and then another strap at the front. So there's lots of options. You can carry 3 tripods if you wanted with this. No other side pockets there. Now at the back, it's got a very nice handle, very broad handle on the top for carrying it around from the top. Now to get into the camera area, it's a zip at the back, which you then have the straps in the way, etc., which is a little bit of a pain. Nice padded area here. It's quite short, so if you're anyone near 6 foot tall, this is quite a small area on your back. It doesn't really, I don't think it sits nicely on the back as far as you utilising the hip. If these are on your hips, this is only going to be halfway up your back. So it's a little bit small, I think, for that. Now as you can see, it's difficult, this will just flaps up, gets in the way, the zips are fully down. So, but that is all the compartments you have there. So lots and lots and lots of compartments. DSLR happily goes in there, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lens areas, and actually another 3, 8 possibly, and places there and there to stuff things into. So lots of choices where if you are carrying lots of lenses. But again, if you're traveling, you're limited by weight, so this can only be 10 kilograms in weight, and you're going to be struggling to be below that limit if all of those are lenses in there. On the underside of the flap is a zip pocket. Again, this is a different design. There's a totally different design in the newer version, better design. They've thought about it. 3 SD cards, little pouches there, and that's about it. So just one large area to stick your things into. We'll put it on in a minute and see what it looks like on the back. So we'll put that down out the way for now, making sure we keep the label on it, because I'm afraid that is the one going back. Now let's and there's no dedicated laptop area for that. So if you're traveling and you're photographing on your travels, you most likely will have a laptop for your editing. So that would have to go either just sit on top of all your lenses and things in there loose, or it will have to be in a separate bag. Right, this is the Fastpack. This is the Fastpack AW 252. So it's a newer version. It's made out of a sort of shinier, more waterproof like. I don't know its waterproof abilities, not tried it. Won't be trying it because it's one of these is heading back to Amazon. So this is the more modern version. It started at the front. So at the front it's got a flap there with a nice large pocket. That's kind of hard to get into as far as other people fiddling with your baggage, so that's quite a good place for passports and phones and things. And normally that would be flappy over it and clip down. And then at the top is another pocket, which again is you could put battery packs and what have you in there. And then a third large pocket at the top. This is sort of designed as like a personal area, right? There's a packaging thing there. So this is a very large area here to stuff things like coats, drinks, food, chargers, your leaf filters, all sorts of things can go in here. And there's a zipped area for valuables in there, and other pockets there and there. So this is actually what I quite like about it, is that's a very handy space there. So also, I mean, for instance, what I most likely will do is stuff my Mavic in there, so I can have my DSLR. So most places I go, I've got my drone and my DSLR with me. So Mavic and controller in there, batteries, and then DSLR in there. Right, so let's go to the actual camera area now. So it has, sorry, it's all these zips and buckles and things. Right, it's down here. So, for quick access, you just open up that flap and then you get into your camera compartment there. And you then, if you want to fill all the lens slots up, you open it further around like that, and then there you have 2 SD card slots, and you have a place for your DSLR with a large zoom lens, so my 70-300 fits in there comfortably. 2 slots there for, put that there, 2 slots there for lenses, and then other slots for things like flashes and battery chargers and things like that. So really though, if you're out and about, personally I think 3 lenses will cover most eventualities. And you also got to look at loading on your spine as well. It depends, everyone's got different things they want to for, but this is nearer the mark to what I'm looking for. It's nicely constructed, more modern than the FLIPSIDE over there, but that is because it's the older model. Right, there's more to this bag as well. So it has a dedicated laptop compartment. So there it is. It has a large area there. Can you see? Where we go? For your laptop to slip into. I've got my laptop here now to show you. So that goes in there. It's in a cradle apparently, so it doesn't sit actually on the very bottom of the bag. It's suspended there for jolts and things. And then there's also in front of that, so that was a 15-inch XPS Dell laptop and fits in there no problem. So your MacBook's going to fit in there, 15-inch MacBook's going to fit in there no worries. And then there's another little slot there to put your iPad. So again, if you're using your Mavic or whatever drone you've got, quite often you're using that with an iPad, so that can sit in there too. So I actually think this bag has a lot more options that suit my needs. Around the other side we have the backpack section, so 2 padded areas there, sort of ventilation bit there, large sort of, well, it's not sacral plate there, but it's heading in that direction, and hip to hip straps. That they can be tucked in out the way as well when you're traveling. Oh, and this also has a nice little feature of these straps here. I don't know if you can see that. These straps here and here. You can, if you've got a suitcase with an extending handle, this bag can be clipped onto that extending handle to make walking around the airport a bit easier. So all in all, I think this actually is a very, if you're just looking at it as a carry-on bag for your photo equipment and your Mavic equipment, this is a fantastic bag. Right, final bag is this is my current bag, my Manfrotto. I think it's called the Eclipse. Sorry, not Eclipse. The Advanced Tri it's called. I think it's called Tri because you can rearrange the straps, click that strap over diagonally over to here, so it's a crossbody one, which I think you can do with the Fastpack as well, the Lowepro Fastpack, and then you can have it on the front of your body for easy access to the camera area. Now the main reason, I won't go into too much detail with this, but the main reason I'm a little bit fed up with this is the straps, shoulder straps are not very good. There's no chest strap and there's no waist strap, okay, and I find it quite uncomfortable, especially if you're in a bulky coat as well. These straps start migrating across your body and it's the bag just sits badly on your back. The backpack section also here, they've managed to incorporate a nice the nice Manfrotto symbol here, but actually it's got very little support, very little sort of breathability channels as well to help if you're a bit sweaty on your back. So it's not the greatest area here. I think there is a newer version. It does have two side pockets like this, which is handy for your timer and your batteries and things, and then you have the quick access entry point there, and then the zips go all the way around, and then you've got full access. In fact, I'll show you since we're here. And then you have enough space for your camera with a lens on it and another 4 lenses or so. So there we are. So that's what the inside of that looks like. Got a lens there. So that is the Manfrotto Advanced Tri Large, I think that is. They all need to, I'm not going to tell you the luggage sizes because they vary for every airline, but there's roughly around 50 times 40 times 20 to 25 centimetres, that's centimetre measurements. These bags allegedly apply to, go under all of those, so you're okay. Again, I don't think I've ever been asked to put my bag in that little metal measuring device they have at check-ins, but I'm sure with a little bit of encouragement they could be pushed and forced in even the full. So there we are, 3 bags to consider. I think I most likely will keep the Fastpack because it suits my criteria best. Hope you enjoyed the review of those items. Any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, okay? That would be great if you do. Lots more to test out. I'm going to actually in a minute do a more detailed review of these bags, individual reviews. Okay, I think it's only reasonable actually we also include what it looks like, what the backpacks look like on. So we'll whack them on. So we'll do the Fastpack first. This is actually laden. This has got 8 kilograms of camera equipment and computer in. So let's see what that looks like. So very comfortable shoulder straps. Tighten that up a bit. And we have a chest strap, which is adjustable in its position. It's on vertical sliders. So depending how you want to wear it, or the size of your chest, or anything you've got dangling at the front, you've got another camera around your neck or something, you can adjust that. And then you have the hip tightness, lots of space. I'm quite a big guy, there's tons of space there to expand if I've got a big down jacket on, whatever, if I'm out in the cold, they would still fit very nicely. So that's how it sits on the back. So as I've said, I'm an osteopath, and I can actually highly recommend this for comfort, snugness. It's got nice gaps in it for breathability. So that's what the Fastpack looks like. Okay. For some reason on the Lowepro website, if you click on the filters to look at the backpacks and put in carry-on bags, this isn't in the carry-on bag section, though it is designed for carry-on luggage from aeroplanes. So this is the FLIPSIDE 400, okay? Now I was a little bit surprised, we'll hold these two up together, and the FLIPSIDE is smaller than the Fastpack, even though Fastpack's at 250 and this is 400, I thought that would be some indication to size, but it is not. Let's turn the light on. There we go. And whack that on, like that. So this has not been tried on that much, so the straps are not, there we go. They're a little bit over loose, the straps. So put that on, this is what it looks like on the back. And then it's got the hip straps. But because it is a shorter backpack, it's actually sitting higher on the back, which actually makes the hip supports less appropriate in their positioning, in my opinion, okay? But that's because I've got a long back. People have different backs, different length backs, different heights, so that does vary. So that's what it looks like on. It's a slightly broader, it's certainly broader at the top actually. The Fastpack narrows at the top, this broadens up, okay? Let me, if I put them side by side, you'll see that. But you have to also remember that the Fastpack has camera equipment and laptop in it already, so it's dangling down. So that's what they look like side by side. Okay, so this is the flip side. This is the Fastpack. Okay. Anyway, that's what they look like together. And also the Fastpack is the more modern one with newer materials, and the flip side I got here is the Mark 1, not the Mark 2, so that's older materials.